Hello everyone, what's up? Prince15 here with another video review. Today I'm taking a look at LEGO Star Wars set number 75267, Mandalorian Battle Pack from The Mandalorian. But before we take a look at the set, let's take a look at the box. So here we have our typical LEGO Star Wars Battle Pack box. It says LEGO Star Wars here. It has LEGO Darth Vader there up in the corner. Here are the Mandalorians in all of their Beskar awesomeness. It's for ages 6 and up. Of course, that's just a suggestion. They have to put that on there. 75267 Mandalorian Battle Pack. It's 102 pieces. It's a building toy in several different languages. Disney. On the back, you can see I kind of mangled the box trying to get it open, but here's all the things it does. You can go to lego.com/Star Wars to see other products. Disney. And then that's pretty much it for the box. So here is a new Mandalorian Battle Pack. It's actually a remake of a Mandalorian Battle Pack that we got back in, I want to say 2011, but we'll get to that later. But for now, here we have this new version. So like any Battle Pack, it's primarily focused on the minifigures. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Here we have our first Mandalorian warrior. Underneath the helmet, they don't have faces. They all just have the black heads, which is cool because, you know, this certain tribe of Mandalorians do not remove their helmets for any reason whatsoever in front of other people. So they always make sure to keep their helmets on so you can't see their faces. That is the way. So this guy looks very good here with his light blue with just a splash of purple on there. I find the little splash of purple interesting. And then he has a little cape. They all have little capes, and then they have back printing as well, but of course that's disguised by fact that they have a cape. So then here we have another Mandalorian warrior. She is sporting the Night Owl design, which marks her as female, because otherwise you can't tell. So you know, they do all come with stud shooters since it's a battle pack. So nice play feature there. You know how stud shooters work. You just press the little thing, and then the stud shoots, and it falls on the floor as per the usual. So just rearm that. The females in this pack you can put the antenna on them, and then it also comes with the visors, so if you want to, you can put visors on them. I don't think the Mandalorian helmets look that great with the visors on, so I just leave those off. So I really like this one because she's green. She has green on her. So of course, like the others, she has back printing, but it is somewhat obscured, and there's a hair on my camera, but I think it's on my side so you guys aren't seeing it. So then here we have our first little part of the set that's not just a minifigure, is that we do have this little piece of cover here with a gun emplacement, and then it has a little space for another blaster, and then that's the blaster for that guy over there. I just keep it over here for storage purposes. So yeah, we have this Night Owl Mandalorian over here. She looks very, very nice. A little more plain. She's just kind of got a couple splashes of color on her. Again, obscured back printing. That's a pure Beskar plate there. That doesn't have any color on it whatsoever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that figure. And then this nice little piece of cover here. And then last but not least, we come to this Mandalorian warrior and his little Mandalorian speeder. Based, you know, it's the same kind of speeder that we've seen in the Clone Wars. And then I think it maybe even got a little bit of screen time in Rebels, maybe? I don't know. If it did, it was a much more underused version. So this guy has back printing like everyone else. You can kind of see it there. It's trying to get the light. There you go. Now you can see it. And then this guy also has some Jag eyes on there, so that's really cool. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the minifigures. Now, something I do like about this battle pack is that, you know, the purpose of getting a battle pack is that you army build. Mandalorians, the purpose behind Mandalorians is that they're supposed to be uniform while not being uniform, but at the same time. So, you know, like stormtroopers, clone troopers. Stormtroopers more so than clone troopers is that, you know, you see one stormtrooper, it could be any stormtrooper, or clones, because they're all identical underneath the armor. You know, they started decorating their armor to be very specialized, which of course the Empire didn't like, and so they made sure the stormtroopers didn't do that. Mandalorians, they're all about the personalization of their armor. Sabine Wren from Star Wars Rebels, she did a lot of personalization on her armor. So the nice thing I like about this set is that you can get multiple of this set, but you don't necessarily have to have the same Mandalorians in it, because the colors here match enough that you can flip-flop some of the helmets here, and so then this is now a different Mandalorian from this Mandalorian. And then, oops. And then if we want to, we can remove these helmets and flip-flop them around. And then, now the thing with, because of how blue this one is, it does look a little out of place. So you need to remove the legs. There. And then we have a new Mandalorian there. And then we have a new Mandalorian here. So that's really cool that there are enough similar colored pieces that you can do some mixing and matching with the color palettes. That's when so you can get 2 or 3 of these, and you can mix up the armor enough to where you can have different Mandalorians running around, even though there are some similar armor pieces. So that's really cool. Since I've only got the one for right now, I just keep all the figures in their box. Designs. The capes do make it a little tricky to get the legs off. Just gotta try to work around those. There we are. All right, and then there we are. So now we got these guys back together. Put them down, and then we'll just go ahead and put this guy back on his speeder. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this set, but we're not done yet because, like I said, this set is a remake. So let's bring in the Death Watch Battle Pack from 2011, and we can see the differences here because, like I said, this set is a remake. Technically, I mean, it's very different, but yeah. So now we've got 8 Mandalorian warriors here, and yeah, they look good together. They certainly look like Mandalorians. Even though there's some differences, like the Death Watch troopers are all very uniform, and then the Death Watch does use the more traditional Boba and Jango chest armor there, while these new Mandalorians use a slightly different style. But because of the T-visor, they all look like Mandalorians, so they all look like they could be fighting together in one group, and it wouldn't look out of place. So I really like that. I think it's cool to have an update to this battle pack, because this is not a battle pack I would expect to have gotten an update for. But then the Mandalorian came out, and it was awesome, and so it provided a good excuse to remake this battle pack and give us some new Mandalorian toys to play with. So yeah, I really appreciate that. I think that's really cool. It's a remake, but it's not a straight up. They made, so instead of having an actual like turret thing here, it's a piece of cover with a gun emplacement placed in it instead of being that. Which this is pretty much just kind of a remake from the original Clone Trooper battle pack. That's just slightly different. So. And then, of course, this speeder is a completely different build, but it utilizes the same design, so this one is actually much smaller. So, and so much so that it uses that clear piece there to make it look like it's floating, where this one's big enough you can just set it on the ground. So, yeah, there's differences, but I mean, it's cool to see this set remade. I saw this for the first time with the pictures online. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'm like, hold on, this is looking kind of familiar. Oh my gosh, they remade the Mandalorian Death Watch Battle Pack from 2011. That's awesome. So, that's pretty much it for the review as a whole. I really like it. I certainly recommend it. You might have a tough time trying to find it on store shelves because I went to Walmart one day and I found this and I immediately picked it up. I can't remember the reason, but like a day later I had to go back to that same Walmart. So I walked back to the toy aisle again because that's what I do every time. And I'm like, oh, let's see if anything's changed. And there were no Mandalorian battle packs. They were just gone. So this set in particular is going to sell like hotcakes. I also haven't seen the ATST Raider in a while either because again that has Din Djarin spoilers. I feel like everyone's probably seen it by now. And it's not, and the name reveal wasn't that big a deal, so I don't feel like I need to bleep that out. It's not that big a spoiler. Honestly, I don't really know why they kept it shrouded in mystery to begin with. It's not like, ooh, he's actually Boba Fett. No, it's Din Djarin. It's just his name. That set actually comes with Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, the title character from the show, and so I understand why that one's sold out. So I want to get that set. So hopefully I find it in stock sometime soon. But for now, that'll be it. I'll just leave all the Mandalorians on screen here to look awesome, and that'll be it for this review. So thank you for watching. Please remember to like, not comment because we're on the age of COPPA, and subscribe because you can still subscribe and like, surprisingly. And remember to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are in the description below, and that is where you will need to go for updates on the channel, since it's harder to do that on YouTube nowadays. And that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.